What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. Sorry for being late. Must-see TV with Mac McClung saving the NBA slam dunk contest. Arguably the best of all time. This guy is unbelievable. I'm going to miss his last one because I started live, but this dude is insane. Saving the slam dunk contest, and what's going to save OU basketball? It's not Porter Moser.
Well, that was an interesting intro. As the intro was playing, Jeremy just decides to come on and let's go, let's roll.
My screen said live. There was no intro.
Well, that's weird. But yeah,
didn't have the other screen, so I figured whatever.
And I know you did a live earlier, Jeremy, about basketball. But yeah, hey, do you know this? That last time OU played LSU in basketball, you know where OU was ranked?
It was Buddy Hield. Ben Simmons.
OU was number one.
Hey, look, I've said it for a while about Porter Moser, and the way couple things. The way they lost, and then the post game, I thought it was pretty I can't, Jay. I'm going to get too mad on here, so I'll let you do the talking for a minute because I'm going to get too mad.
Texas beat Kentucky, by the way. Here's the thing. It's the way they lost. Europe, they go on an 8-0 run in the last 24 seconds of the game. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. It can't happen. You could talk about fouling a guy on a three-pointer, whether or not Porter Moser has told the team not to jump and foul anybody. It doesn't matter. It can't happen. You throw the ball into Jalen Moore. Instead of him calling a timeout, Jalen Moore just throws it away. I mean, there's so much stuff down the stretch, and it's another loss to a 1-10 team in the SEC. It can't happen, guys. You can say all you want about the schedule and how hard the schedule's been because it's been very hard. But this is a game you have to win. You have to win it. And I don't know. Here's the deal. I think the problem at Oklahoma right now, though, with Porter Moser is he has like a $6 million buyout. That's the issue you have.
The issue is he's not coaching good.
I get it, but what I'm saying is
spade is spade, dude.
Jeremy, I'm saying Jeremy, do you think there's any reason has anything to do with why nothing's been done yet?
No. Jay, no, that's not it. That's not it. It's not it. You're wrong.
Come on.
You know how I know you're wrong, Jay?
How?
They're number 8 in the country every year.
Oh, stop.
No, the last 2 years, this team has been ranked top 8 in the country. So obviously they're not going to fire him. That's been the issue, Jay. They still in the back of mind think, well, they're undefeated in the conference. They might be able to, and no, they can't.
Yeah, something's got to be done. Whether or not it will be or not, I don't know, Jeremy. The schedule's only hard.
My 10-year-old just came in here and said Mac McClung's going to get another 50.
Well, he only had one dunk left.
I don't know what he did, but apparently it was good again.
He only had one dunk left, didn't he?
I believe.
Yeah, so he three-peated probably. It'll be the first time in the history.
Hey, Sooner Cowboy. Sooner Cowboy, I disagree a little. Here's why. Jeremiah Fears is going to be a top 10 pick, everyone says. He's going through the motions. Yeah, I said it.
Well, I mean, you could argue that tonight, Jalen Moore, who's probably,
Moore and Fears killed them at the end.
Moore and Fears are the two highest. I mean, if you look at NIL probably on that team, those are the two guys making the most money. So
and making the most mistakes.
Well, tonight, Moore down the stretch is not good, but it doesn't matter. The game should have never came down to that, period. I mean, it should have never came down to that anyway. So I don't know. It's frustrating. It's hard to watch. It's fans aren't showing up. And I've seen a lot of arguments that, well, Porter's the reason fans aren't showing up. That's not true. That's not true at all.
It's part of it. I agree. I saw Dari Nakwa. And by the way, Jay, we played baseball with Dari.
Yeah, Dari went on an epic rant. Did you watch it?
Dari was on our baseball team growing up, and he went on a rant about OU and the state of the program and the university and the SEC. And look, baseball didn't have great crowds. I know the weather wasn't good. They didn't have great crowds.
It was dead last in the SEC by how many? You know by how many?
Couple thou.
Well, let's just say the team in front of them had 4,000 fans. OU had 800. Okay, that was the last place. And I know the weather stuff.
I'm still going to say though, Jay.
Here's the thing. So here's the thing. Based off just SEC ready, everybody said that going in. Is OU SEC ready? Right now, fan-wise and everything involved, the only sport right now you could say that's SEC ready would be softball and women's gymnastics. Fan support and everything with it.
Jay.
And the way they're playing. I mean, because OU football has a lot of fan support. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
the way OU basketball is playing, I'm going to give you about 5 things. I may give you more. So hold your tune here. Just give me a second. This team cannot set screens. They're bad fundamentally. They get so many offensive foul setting screens. They cannot guard a pick and roll. They don't even bring a help side defender. That's elementary basketball. Okay? They're a horrible passing team. They can't see an open guy. They can't make a cross-court pass. In fact, the 2 best passes on the team are Dayton Forsythe and Kobe Elvis. Jeremiah Fears, if he just makes a pass, Bryson Goodine's in the corner with no one on him to win the game. They can't pass the ball. There's 3 things. They allowed 10 straight baskets. That's 20 straight points, and they refused to get out of the defense they were playing. That's elementary.
Not good. Not good.
If a team scores 10, I promise you, if a team scores 6 straight baskets, I don't care if I'm coaching kindergarten, upwards basketball, or NBA. If someone scores 5 straight baskets, I'm changing it up and I'm doing something different.
Ron, I can tell you how you do it. You foul a guy shooting a 3 and he makes it, and then you turn the ball over, because that's exactly what happened tonight. So it's not the
persona. They take on the persona of the head coach. They're not calm when it matters. Lon Kruger was calm. He was always sitting down, and they played kind of that way. Denny, you don't have to tell me that, man. For 4 years, I've been saying it.
Yeah, you've been saying
the other frustrating thing to me was what he said about Jeremiah Fears and Duke Miles, that they were supposed to cut after Moore caught it, and they were just kind of standing and walking. That's on the head coach, too.
You know what? I don't know who's going to get fired or if anybody's going to get fired at this point with OU. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Stubby? How you doing, man? Hope you're well.
Sydney Barker, 6 RBIs in the second game, playing extra hitter. Unbelievable. Ella Parker continues to be great. I'm so impressed with Gabby Garcia. The freshmen have played great so far. The pitching staff is unbelievable. And Jay and Hunter, I think, picked OU to lose to Baylor.
Yeah, they play them tomorrow, too. Yeah. Cool, Germ. Cool, Germ. I don't care.
Bring it. I'm fired up. I'm fired up today. Let's have a fun one, man. Let's have a fun one tonight.
Open the phone lines. Hey, Germ, here's the thing. You think OU softball's going undefeated? I'm confused. Very confused by that. There's the link to call in if you'd like to call in. There it is right there.
B, if you can't afford to fire the coaches, you fire the AD. And I said this earlier on the Instant Reaction Basketball. If he doesn't fire Porter Moser, the donors have got to start saying, we're not going to give any kind of money. And then at that point, the AD's in trouble.
Hey, let's get to Chester. What's up? Chester, what's going on?
I got a real bad storm.
Yeah, y'all are getting storms over there bad, huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. I really want everybody to take this serious, okay? The football programs that rival OU historically are Bama, Ohio State, USC, and I guess some people will say Notre Dame. I disagree, but those 3, right?
Based off national championships and stuff, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Since we've won our very last title, how many more have all those other schools won combined? I think it's almost 15.
Yeah, but take Notre Dame out of it. They haven't won one.
I took Notre Dame out. I'm talking about those other 3, Bama, Ohio State, and USC. How many have those 3 won since we've won our last?
They've won quite a bit. I would probably guess to say 11.
I think it's 13.
When was USC's
I was going to say 11.
When was
okay,
USC's
these are the programs that rivaled us. Do people not see how far behind we are?
Well, I think, but out of that 13, don't you think 6 or 7 are Bama?
Right.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
four is Ohio State. Well, maybe USC only had 2. I can't remember now.
And
But
it's been a
but it's
while
over
since
10.
USC.
But it's over 10.
Yeah,
That's a 25-year stretch we haven't won.
Yeah, OU's got to step up and win one, Chester. I'm with you.
Okay, what's the one constant in those 25 years? What's the one
exactly
constant?
where you're going here. You're going to say Joe C.
Joe
Yes.
C.
Well,
Joe C.
I mean, but everybody's loving Joe C because of softball.
I don't think I'm hearing more and more people not loving Joe C.
The loving Joe C. Look, you're kind of changing. I don't think there's a lot of people in the chat.
Not you guys. I'm talking about the ones that defend him all the time, man. They defend him because we win at softball. Softball makes no money.
The only thing I've said about Joe C. And listen, I've probably been more defensive of Joe C. than anyone in the chat. Our chat's been pretty consistent with what you're saying. All I've ever said about Joe C. is, and it's a fact, he's one of the most respected and prominent ADs in the country. That's all I've said. I'm not talking about how it hasn't been good. I agree with you.
Okay, what is Oklahoma known for?
Football.
Okay, that's all you need to say. I gotta go to work. Y'all be careful if you're in Tennessee or Kentucky.
Yeah. Prayers for you guys. I know it's big time storms rolling through there. Thanks for calling.
And we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it this week. Hey,
yeah,
Dave,
but they're having this tornado stuff, Jaron. This is totally different than snow. It's a big time tornado threat.
Dave McCook, thanks for the $10 super. You are the goat of donating to our channel recently. We just really appreciate you and the $10 super tonight. Thank you so much. Jay, I don't think anyone right now can defend Joe C. and say he's done a great job in how he's handled some things. He's not out there talking a lot, Jay, at all.
Well, that whole thing, I don't care about talking. At this point, when you have here's the thing. I'm going to throw this scenario. Say they keep Porter Moser. I'm just going to throw it out there. What if they do? He's got a $6.5 million buyout. What if they decide we're not paying the buyout? We're going to keep him another year. And then you have BV next year, and the same thing happens next year with both sports. At that point,
it's horrible.
And
hey,
yeah,
Sooner-thron. DeMarco is overrated in the development of his players and the personnel decisions. I'll keep saying it. And the fact that Penn State and Ohio State both went after him, we don't even know how much they were involved, but obviously they didn't make the decision to hire him. And by the way, a lot of guys want guys who have been in the NFL. There's a name draw with that. And then I want to say this too, if I can find it. Hunter, go back and watch how little Joe C. is in the media compared to how much he was in the media 10 years ago. I challenge you. He was at all kinds of games talking to media. Am I wrong, Jay?
Joe C.
Joe C. was on at tons of games. You'd see him on ESPN. They'd show him all the time when he was kind of he's not around much anymore, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and Stubby, I don't think Chester was suggesting that OU's not a football school anymore. I think he's talking based off championships right now. You'd say it's a softball school.
Yeah,
I think that's what he was saying.
I'm not referring to local media. I don't really care.
Hey, listen, I don't care the reasoning. I do not care the reasoning why fans are not there. I don't care if it's Porter Moser, if it's Josie. I don't care. The reality is this: nationally, OU's being laughed upon right now in the SEC, period. End of discussion. They're being laughed upon about the basketball fans. They're being laughed upon already about baseball. They were laughed on about football and where they finished in the conference. It's a fact nationally. It is. Look, that's not being negative. I'm just telling you as a fact on national perspective, it's lower than it's been at Oklahoma in a while.
Hunter.
National.
I want to ask the Surgeaholics right now. How many, and I want to ask you, Hunter, would you be okay? Is this something you would be in favor for? Joe C. calling a press conference and talking about the state of football and basketball. I would be okay with it. I think he should. When you're in charge of something and the talk is negative about the school and about how fan base, and now on national television, ESPN, an OU fan, a guy who graduated from the University of Oklahoma, loves the university, on national ESPN television, takes a shot at your university, to me, that's when at least if I was in his position, I'm coming out and saying something.
Hey,
I'm saying something.
Stubby, hey,
I'm getting out in front of it. I'm saying why we're not making a decision to move on, or what the deal is, what we're going to do to address the fan base. Like, I'm coming out and talking, or I'm defending it. I'm going to do something.
Hey, I got to respond to Lane. He asked, why is nationally the perspective of baseball so bad? Well, I'm just going to read for you. These are the opening day numbers for fans around the SEC, okay? LSU, 11,400. Mississippi State, 10,794. Arkansas, 9,112. A&M, 8,013. South Carolina, 7,614. Florida, 6,935. Tennessee, 6,212. Auburn, 5,718. Alabama, 4,171. Oklahoma, 832. That's why they were being laughed at. Hey, and I don't know. Hunter was there, so maybe those stats aren't correct. And I know the weather sucked. But I'm telling you right now, Arkansas, Fayetteville, the weather wasn't a whole lot better. And I know there are baseball, a lot of people like baseball there in Fayetteville. I'm just saying, like, people look at that and say, wow. That's what they say is wow. That's in baseball.
Brian Odom. Look, wow. Brian Odom.
I think he's going to Washington.
Hey.
I thought it was Washington. You don't need to look it up. I just read it, Lane. Hunter, are those accurate? Hunter, are those accurate? You can let me know if those are accurate. I think they are based off the account I saw it from, but and Hunter was there. He would know more about the accuracy of that. And I know the weather stunk, but that is what it said. Hunter said yes. So
hey, Jay,
yeah.
In your job, in my job, if my name or my program or my school or your company or our company or whatever was being ripped or
I don't know where you're going with this. I'm sorry.
Called out for not having good fan support or not being a good program. Like, I think that's when you as leaders of the program would get out in front of it. Absolutely would, Hunter. Absolutely would. Absolutely would.
Hey, Sooner Thrawn says, I'm going to Fayetteville tomorrow to visit the campus. My daughter is deciding between OU and Arkansas. Yep. Arkansas, it is a great campus too. Both of them are, but my son will be in Arkansas. But
wait, what is this? What do you mean communication says otherwise? What? If I'm in charge of the program, I can do what I want. I am the communicator.
Hey, real quick, let me get to Jason.
Exactly, Denny. I would, because I don't want it to fester and be out all over social media and everyone. I'm going to come out and defend it. I'm going to come out and say, look, here's where we messed up. Here's what we're doing to correct it, to solve it. Like, well, I'm so confused on the communications wasn't allowed. If I'm the head dog, I can make call the shots. What? Really? Man, maybe I'm missing something. I mean, I know in my marriage, I'm the head, my wife's the neck. She controls me, okay? But if I'm talking about a business or something, I'm going to absolutely call the shots. If I'm in charge of something that is failing, and on national media it's being called out, like, you can't just sit there.
I got to ask a question. Can you hear me? Sorry. I got to ask you
else in the background too.
Yeah, sorry. As far as SEC ready, I see people talking about it. Everybody wanted OU to get in there as quick as possible. Now it's like, man, if they would have got in there in 26, 27, would they have been better off, or it would have been the same thing, you think? I don't know. I think there's been a couple of things, in my opinion, that's hurt football and basketball, also compared to what they've had injuries, haven't been good. But the schedules in both sports have been brutal. Hasn't helped. But then when you get a game like this on your home floor, LSU 1-10 in conference, you got to go beat them by double digits. You got to go beat them by double digits.
And where Joe C has been really bad is given the contract extensions and buyouts. Hey, Tone Loke says, where else does that happen? Well, I don't follow a lot of programs, but I'm going to give you an example, Tone Loke, 90210. I'm going to give you an example. You know when it does happen? When there's immoral things or something in the news that's negative because of a bad, I guess you could say, bad report that comes out. When that happens, people come out, right, Jay, and try to get in front of it, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused where you're going with this, Joe C, getting out in front of it.
What's the difference?
What would you want him to say if he came in a press conference? Come on, man.
I think coming out and saying, look, this is not good.
Everybody knows that. We don't need him to tell me that.
You know what it's called, Jason? Transparency, man. It's lacking. It's lacking, Jay. It's transparency. It would not create an uproar, Hunter, and people would say, thank you, Joe C.
Hey, Lane, so that's pretty accurate because I had 832, so it's pretty close. It's just not great.
I like transparency, man. I don't know.
Arkansas is a disappointment right now with John Calipari. They haven't been good. What's up, Chuck? How you doing tonight, man? Good to see you on here, Chuck.
I like transparency, Jay. I'm just high on transparency, man. My bad.
No, you're high on transparency, but you're asking for something that's never going to be done, and it's not done anywhere else either, hardly. So
it's been done. It's been done.
No, it's not. All that would happen is after a press conference, you'd be on there saying, I can't believe he didn't answer the questions I wanted him to. I mean, come on.
That's not transparency, Jason. You know what's crazy is you said the same thing when BB came out at the end of the year last year and was transparent. You said thank you. Whoa. You said thanks for being transparent.
We're talking coaches and ADs. That's a totally different thing, dude.
Head of the program is the coach. Head of the entire program is the AD. It's the same thing.
It's different, Germ. It's
not
different.
It's not.
I don't know of many colleges and universities doing a state of the program with an AD press conference. I don't know many.
Okay.
Find one for me. Find one for me right now, tonight, after the live. Find one for me.
I absolutely will.
Hey, and listen, we can see here. Here's the thing. Next year, obviously, it looks like basketball, and barring a miraculous finish down the stretch, they're not going to make the NCAA tournament. Football next year has got to have a great year. And I mean great as in they need to have 8 or 9 wins. To me right now, I know that's sad, but I'm thinking 9 wins would be a great year for this team, and they need it bad.
Hey, Chief, they do incentivize. Hey, Chief, they do incentivize. They gave all the students free tickets to the game and free Raising Cane's box meals tonight. They incentivized it.
Yeah, but you had Joe Harris, president, on a megaphone trying to get the fans into it. Come on.
So Joe Harris will do that, but we can't get out in front of other things. Okay.
Hey, Jeremy, it doesn't matter if they were good. There wouldn't be a ton of fan support out there for basketball.
There would be more.
There'd be more. There'd be more.
Please. I'm not doing this.
That's fine. That's fine. We can move on. 4 years in a row of not going to the tournament. That's embarrassing.
All you have to do at OU is go to the tournament. That's all you got to do.
Correct. Everybody would be happy. It's not like football where people get mad if they get 8, 9 wins. They want more. It's not like that in basketball. You go make the tournament, you're fine. But you know what? You had Texas, who hasn't been very good this year. They beat Kentucky at home tonight. I mean, you got to win.
Lane.
How many home losses did they have now in conference? Like 4?
Oh, at least. Hey, Lane. If OU wins 11 games in the fall, I'm going to say BV did what a lot of people thought he might do early on. He turned it around. Like,
I'm with you, and I hope that happens. I hope that happens, Lane. I can tell you right now, if that happens, there'll be a lot of people on here really happy. Everyone wants to say there's a lot of negativity on here. It's because they haven't been winning. If OU is winning, there'd be a lot of positivity on here. So, I mean, that's a fact. I mean, I hope he gets 11 wins. That'd be awesome. That'd be amazing. That'd be great. Make Oklahoma great again, as the hat says, people saying. Hey, check out the Fan Stop. www.thefanstop.com. Code SURGE will get 10% off your first 3 months. Check them out. They got great officially licensed merchandise, hats, shirts. Mark throwing out the Make Oklahoma Great Again hat idea. We'll see. There's the Patty's Day shirt right there. Make sure you sign up by February 20th, which is just around the corner, to get that one. But anyway, moving on. Jerm, do you have a trivia tonight? I'm getting texts from people saying what I'm saying is dumb. I don't know what I just said was dumb, but something I said was dumb. Just got a text from Patty. Somebody said it was dumb.
From who?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't read who it's from. What I said was dumb. I don't know what I said.
I don't either.
And winning does cure all. Okay, it does.
Daniel says, "What is he changing
question.
from?" Yeah, year after year, it is mind-boggling. They beat good teams in non-con, and they get to conference, and they look like they don't know what basketball is.
Yeah,
And
I don't
Jay,
understand it, Jerm.
Jay, you can talk about the buyout all you want. When the team is number 8 in the country going into conference play, you're not going to get fired midseason. Had nothing to do with buyout. They're number 8 in the country both years, last 2 years. Undefeated in conference.
Correct. You mean out of conference?
Out of conference. Undefeated, number 8 in the entire nation. And now they're not going to be in the field of 70 or 68.
It just blows me away. Outside the Thunder, why don't fans show up 30 miles down the road for baseball and basketball when the SEC baseball attendance average is 6K and OU averages 1,800 last season? Pathetic. And I don't know, Hunter, do you think it's going to get better this year with baseball attendance? Do you know what I think part of the problem is? Is you can watch every game on TV now. But you go look at
the environment's not great.
Well, and maybe it's the environment, because you go look at other SEC schools. I'm sure they can watch it on TV too, but they go to the game. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't look to be SEC.
I like
ready.
the LNC. It's kind of been we went there a lot, Jay, in the last 20 years. We've been in LNC a lot. I like it.
Hey,
I would say it's more relaxing than raucous, though. That's the issue.
Hey, Hunter, I'd love to have your opinion on this, man. Why is OU so far behind in basketball and baseball as far as fan support? Why? Baseball just went to the championship 2 years ago. I don't understand it, Hunter. Please explain. Where are the students? Do they go to baseball games? Probably not. And I wonder if you went and looked at SEC average attendance, if you went and broke it down by students, how many students go to those games? I bet there would be a lot of students at those games too. I think part of the issue with the fandom at OU in those sports is the student population. I don't think they go to sports stuff as much anymore, Jerm. I don't.
I agree. The love for sports isn't. I can't believe what I watched tonight. How you can blow that game with a lottery player on your team, a lottery pick. I mean, Dayton Forsyth's been really good lately. I think Dayton Forsyth should start.
Hey, and 918, I get it. But here's what I'm asking you. Why do they show up at every other SEC school for it? Why does SEC baseball deliver at all other schools except OU? Somebody explain that to me. I don't understand it.
Hey, thank you, KB. I like the word you used there because that's my point. There's some things that aren't being confronted. Some issues that need to be. And when you get called out on national media from a former graduate who's on ESPN, to me, it needs to be addressed.
What all did he say? I didn't watch the clip yet. What all did Dari say? Was it just about fans? I thought it was about fans.
It was about fans and how this university is not SEC ready. He loves that they're in the SEC, but they're not ready for it.
They're
There
not
are arenas
fan-wise.
across
Fan-wise,
there are arenas across the entire conference that sell out every night. And OU, even the people that are there, he said it's just there's no energy at all in the building.
No, none. But I promise you, if you went and looked in basketball and baseball at the other SEC arenas, they're being driven by students. Driven by students. The fans are. The energy, all of it.
Yeah, and there are no fun. This team doesn't dive on the floor. There's just no fundamentals. It's bad basketball. It's not good to watch, like fundamentally, and that doesn't really compel people to want to watch it.
I got a question. Yeah, I think it's a fair question, and I don't know the answer, but going back to the fans, some of you guys went to games last year on the road. If you did, holler at me in here. But when you go to other schools that tailgate a bunch and are great at tailgating, you have your normal people that tailgate, but you still have a lot of students that are doing something out there. I bet the majority of tailgaters at OU football games are not students at all. I bet it's just regular old people driving in, tailgating. I think you get a mixture of it at other schools. I just think the student attendance and energy at all sports at Oklahoma it's not there. It's not SEC ready at all. It's not. They're not. After year one, I can tell you right now, it's not. After watching year one in almost every sport, they're not ready.
Bottom of baseball attendance, except for Missouri, maybe.
Yeah, and this is true. This is a good point, Daniel. You're right about this. It's probably not new. It's probably being magnified because they're losing in some sports. That's probably it, Daniel. You're right. I remember when Bob called him out. That's a good point.
But Jay, this year during football season, we talked about the Hay song. We talked about. I remember I specifically called out, and I'm not scared to say it. I'll do it again right now. You ready? I think it's a joke how we try to manifest at the University of Oklahoma, how the University of Oklahoma tries to manifest crowd involvement. How you got to tell people when to be loud. How you got to put it on the screen to scream on third or fourth down. Like, come on, guys. It's not every university. In fact, I watched A&M yesterday at a baseball game. Ball 5, they're doing chants about ball 5, ball 6. They don't have a marketing department. They're students. They all yell. They scream. They have chants together. Okay, you said every university. It's not every university, Hunter. And if it is, it's worse at OU. And part of it is, someone said earlier, it's the types of fans maybe. They're just there for more. And I would say this. I'm going to pick a number. I think 70% of football fans that go to the game, I'll say it, they're there for the experience. It's an all-day experience. You hang out with your family or friends. You tailgate. You watch other games. And it's a great experience throughout the day. And then at the game, you're there watching. You're cheering. You're clapping. You like when the band plays. But it's not true passion for football.
I mean, what is it that Baylor does? They open up the gates and just let students run over to the section. It's a madhouse. OU fans, you'll be lucky if they're there by the time the kickoff happens.
We got KB on the show. What's up?
What's up, KB? Hey. What's up, man?
What to explain a little more about what I'm trying to say is, and I can't speak for a lot of outlets because, you know, I can speak from the Texas side and a few of the national deals, but it's kind of like what they say, and the talking points are OU's a winning program, but they're not doing really anything to correct it. It doesn't seem like to anybody. It's like BV still there. You get a new offensive coordinator, but that's all that changes, the OC. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like they don't understand. In the past, that wouldn't have been tolerated, regardless of a buyout. You know, if you lose to Texas 2 years out of 3, 49-0 to 34-3, that would absolutely not have been tolerated. And it's kind of like
Gary Gibbs did, and they kept him around a while. He was 8-4, 9-3 nearly every year.
Yeah, but he didn't have 2 losing seasons, I think is what.
No, I'm saying he lost to Texas.
Yeah, I'm saying
Almost
2 out of 3, and back to back, or not back to back, but 2 out of the 3 seasons in a row. And it's just unusual that things are so status quo.
Yeah, and that's fair. It's almost like, I know Brent Venables uses this term, if you're not coaching it, you're allowing it. Well, the same thing could be said about the whole program in general. If you're just you're at Porter Moser year 4 and they're not going to make the tournament any years. And if he still has there is no way he can have a job after this. I don't care what the buyout is. You got to make a change.
Right. Which leads me to another question. Maybe it is at the level of Joe C, and they're not getting the support or the financial backing they're needing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Who knows? But something's got to happen.
Something's wrong. Yeah, something's definitely amiss.
Yeah, for sure.
And KB, that's why I wish there would be at least someone to come out and at least talk about it.
I get what you're saying. I agree with that. I understand he's the AD and you don't see him, and like I said, I can only speak from my side of it, but Del Conte's always in the media. He's always out there promoting things that they're doing at basketball games or softball games or tennis. It doesn't matter what it is, and talking about the new, indoor football facilities they're building and all. He's always in the media. Talks to the fans on X all the time. He'll talk directly to the fans. He's real well liked, and he just tells
it. Game now. Yep, it's a different game. Hey,
all right, guys.
Hey, thanks, KB.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
You too. Hey, and Jay, Joe C has been so well liked until the last few years. Think about this.
Because they're losing, Germ.
Jay,
that's
think
part
about
of
this.
it.
Think about, wrap your head around this. 4 straight, likely 4 straight postseason. Postseason. They haven't even sniffed the postseason in basketball.
And no bowl wins.
And 3 straight no bowl wins in the 2 biggest sports. That's the issue. Because if that wasn't happening, Joe, look, I've said it. I love Joe C. I think he's so well respected. He could get a job anywhere he wanted right now. It's the fact that they're losing, and I just don't like that things aren't being addressed. That's what I'm going to say. I don't like that things aren't being addressed.
Yeah, and I got to address I'm nuts question here. Nobody's showing up to see Sam Godwin. OU must recruit and get the top players in basketball. They got a top player, Jeremiah Fears. They also got the guy everybody wanted out of Oklahoma, Dayton Forsyth.
Kai Rogers.
They got both of them. Doesn't matter. And Daniel says OU fans love success more than the passion of the sports teams. You look at A&M, West Virginia, Iowa State, Penn State, etc. They have a deep passion for the school and team without success. That's probably true too.
Think about West Virginia. Look at their fan base. They're all in on everything.
I'm going to keep going down this. I know you hate this, and it does take the team, Johnny boy. I get you. I understand that. I'm going to go down this road again, and I hate to, but to me, SEC ready and all that, it starts with students. It does. In all these sports, I'm sorry. It does. OU student fan base is not there, man. It's not.
It's bad, Jay. It's bad. Call them out.
People have been complaining about students in football for years. Years. This isn't anything new. I've been told to sit down. I've sat in a student section and been told to sit down by a student.
Not at the top of the priority list, Jay.
And they get free tickets. Correct. It's just not going to change in my opinion. But that's where it starts. When you say, is OU going to be SEC ready? You got a lot of passionate fans out there. Twitter, look at on here on this chat. There's a lot of passionate fan bases, fans. Okay, for OU.
Hunter, football too. It's not been good.
Are you talking about students?
Yeah, I would say students at football games. The majority of students are not there for passion for football.
I heard so many students last year when it was hot saying it's going to be a hot game, whining about it.
You get to go to a football game. Enjoy it when you can.
Yeah, I just think it needs to be better in general for students to be, and I'm only saying it to be SEC ready. And yeah, it's not free tickets for football, but you get cheap tickets compared to others, I think.
Well, David, also, hey, David, Texas is putting out winning products, and that always helps with attendance. That's truth. You win, and they also have a guy like Arch Manning. They got big-time players. in some sports, and in basketball, they beat Kentucky tonight. I don't know how the crowd was. I bet it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So
you can't force students to love the teams. That's true. That's true. I get you.
Listen, you can't force anyone to love the team, but you know who is more apt to love the team? I'm more apt to love the team if the team is diving on the ground, winning games, getting the crowd involved. Go watch OU basketball. Outside of this right here, by Jalen Moore, let me do it again. Outside of that, by Jalen Moore, you won't get any other excitement. Yeah, you won't. It's so bad, Jay.
Hey, I got to say, and I was going to ask this as a trivia, but I can't do it because I don't know the correct answer for sure. But I want to bring it up. When, if ever, has this ever happened in OU sports history, what we've witnessed the last 4 years? And what I mean is, in the last 3 years, let's just go 3 years, OU has 0 bowl wins and 0 NCAA tournaments. There's no way that's ever happened before. No way.
No, because they're always almost
historic. This is historic times. 0 bowl wins, 0 NCAA tournament.
In football, it happened with Blake and Snellenberger, but the basketball program wasn't bad.
I'm saying both together to have 0 bowl wins and 0 NCAA tournament appearances. This has to be the first time ever.
Hey, Jay, who would you rather watch play golf? Martin Keimer, Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods any day of the week.
I'm going to ask another one. Who would you rather watch?
Tiger Woods every day, twice on Sunday, Jeremy.
I'm not asking about Tiger.
You put him with somebody else, I'm going to say Tiger Woods.
I'm not giving Tiger as an example now.
Oh, I thought I heard Tiger Woods.
No, who would you? I did the first one. Now I'm giving a different example.
Okay.
Who would you rather watch? Ernie Els or Bryson DeChambeau?
Well, I know where you're getting your energy. You're saying the energy guy, of course. Yes.
Absolutely. Do something that's going to bring excitement. Or I'll give you another example. Scotty Scheffler isn't a guy that gets everyone involved. Guess what? He's so stinking good, people watch him.
He wins. Winning changes everything. I'll continue to say it. Winning. If OU would have won this game tonight and then win their next game, people would be saying, okay, but it's not good.
And hey, John Daly, yeah, because when John Daly loses, at least you'll still watch him. I agree, because he brings something to the table. Like, I can't believe how low in energy this basketball team is, Jay. And part of it is Jeremiah Fears' personality is not like that. So I don't have like
Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods. Chuck says, I can say that the blame is falling on everybody. That's when you know things are bad. And I would agree, Chuck.
Agree.
I agree with you, Chuck. It's a lot of things right now. But Jeremy, I'm trying to think back. Okay, before Porter Moser, it was Lon Kruger. Lon Kruger never missed three in a row. Now, this will be 4 in a row for Porter. Before that, it was, well, I'm just going to name some coaches. Jeff Cable, he didn't miss 3 in a row. I'm pretty sure of. No. I don't think he missed 3 in a row. Kelvin Sampson, no. Billy, I mean, I bet it's never happened in basketball. Had they missed this 4 in a row? Never happened.
Hey, Tiger is coming back next week. Jay, you weren't on the instant reaction post game for basketball, but Jason Murphy pretty much made a take that he said it's going to be Kellen Sampson or Hollis Price as the next head coach. If you're wanting to energize, here's the issue though, and I agree with you. No, I'm saying he said that's who it's going to be. He's making a comment. Okay, that's great. I would like that. It's just like people like me would love it, but you know what? Your students could care less still because they don't know who that is. Hunter probably doesn't even know who, other than he knows that they're coaching at Houston. Some of the students probably never even heard of Hollis Price, sadly. But I would agree with that. If you're not, listen, if anybody, I'm sorry. If you're a head coach anywhere in the country right now, tell me one good reason why you would come to Oklahoma for basketball. Go. NIL for basketball. A head coach anywhere in the nation. Oh, small school you would. You go in the SEC. Jerm, NIL not good. Fan support not good. Some of these small schools have better fan support. Jay, let me ask you something.
I don't know why you would get a coach.
If someone would go to the University of Oklahoma, Jay, and money, contract and a huge buyout. Jay, if 3 games ago they would have fired Porter Moser and said, Ryan Humphrey or Ottenheimer, you're the head coach for the rest of the year.
You mean Oppenheimer?
Would they have been better off?
He's not Rottenheimer.
I didn't say Rottenheimer. Would they have been better off?
They couldn't have been worse off. They haven't lost. They haven't won a game.
They should have done it.
Here's what I say. Jason, is the fan support Lloyd Noble Center related or just they suck related? I don't think you would have more fans there if they were winning, but it wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be like the other SEC schools. It would be better, but
it wouldn't be difference makers, though. It'd be a difference maker.
It would be better. It wouldn't be great because you'd have the same fans that show up for one game and they lose and won't go back. And you know who I'm talking about again? I'm saying it again. Ready for it? Students.
Then win.
Yeah, but
win the games you're supposed to win. It's pathetic. This team lost an 18-point home lead to A&M without their star player, and they just debacle of a loss against LSU.
Hey, and then
you had OSU. You win those 2 games, you're sitting perfectly fine.
Hey, you know what? We're sitting here talking about this on the OU channel. OSU, they can't get fans out either. And they aren't any good either. I think Thunders have something to do with it too. The Thunder do. People become NBA fans. In fact, you know what I bet? I'm not going to ask somebody this question, but I bet that I bet more students at Norman go to Thunder games than they do OU basketball games.
Maybe. Better product.
I don't think there's a maybe.
Better product. A lot better product.
I think more people like the Thunder. When I'm talking about students, they like the Thunder more than their own school they're at. And I know they're the best team in the NBA.
Jade Fox was at the game. And Jade Fox could say that Josie definitely had a stern look on his face while sitting courtside. According to Kendall, who was there are fire Porter chants going on.
Yeah, that's what he said, fire Porter chants.
So, to me, he's got to address it this week. And we can talk about
I understand. I'm not comparing the atmospheres of Thunder. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you're at the university and you have free tickets, I would think that some of the games would be a little more fans, but whatever. I mean,
yeah, it's been fun as always tonight, Jay.
Yeah, it's been good, man. Tomorrow's Sunday.
Got some crazy weather coming to Oklahoma next week.
Weather looks bad next week. Talking about high of like 5 degrees or something. It's pretty bad. So, yeah. What is tomorrow? Is there anything tomorrow? I mean, other than that, NBA All-Star games a week. The slam dunk was weak. It was only good because Matt McClung was in it. But the game tomorrow is going to be. I cannot stand to watch NBA All-Star games.
Yeah, who cares? Hey, and Ron, you can compare BV and Moser, and there's some similarities in the fact that there's no postseason wins. But there's a lot of differences in the two guys, in my opinion. I'll just leave it at that. We can save that for another night. Oklahoma softball tomorrow. You got Hofstra, Baylor doubleheader again. Can the Sooners improve to 10-0? I think Landry and Lowry will be the starters tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah.
Let's end it with this by Hunter says, student excuses for not going to games. 11 a.m. is too early. 12 to 3, middle of the day, can't do that. 5 to 7 interferes with nightlife.
Or it's too hot or too cold. It's never just right, like in the Goldilocks and the Three Bears when the porridge was just right. The state of OU football and basketball is ice cold right now. And it needs to heat up.
Good night, Sarge. Thanks for joining us. Everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. As always, 9:30 every night. You guys rock. Kill it in the comments. And Daniel says if BV's trash this season, then heck yes, the chance will start. Everybody, have a great Sunday. Enjoy your day. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.